The voice on the tape says my name before I press play. It breathes between numbers like it stands in the booth with me, fogging the glass. I freeze with my thumb on the real deck, alone in number station 8. A concrete room that smells like hot dust and old cigarettes. The red tally light burns. The transmitter hummed to tunes, and something taps inside the speaker like a fingernail against a jar. Shift log says read the sheet at the top of the stack. 5-digit groups, even tone, no ad lib. But the tape is already whispering numbers that are not on any sheet. For 0682. That was my childhood house number. 7311B. The letter on the mail slot we painted black after it started rattling on its own. I thumb the stop button and the reel keeps turning. Slow, patient, uncoiling a gray ribbon that smells like pennies. The monitor window shows my reflection in the dark glass. A sleep-deprived stranger in a borrowed uniform. A second reflection moves behind me where there is only a wall. The intercom crackles with a voice I do not know. Control to 8. Read what you have, no deviations, no breaks. I click transmit, hold the sheet, and say nothing. The tape answers in my exact cadence. 96221. My father's badge number after the crash. I taste iron. The air in here is too still, the hum too hungry. On the far wall the world map curls at the corners. All the oceans the color of old bruises. Pins rusting in cities that do not send letters anymore. The speaker whispers my wife's name and I flinch so hard the chair legs squeal. Mara. Then it counts 6 numbers that match the date and time stamped on the ultrasound where no heartbeat appeared. I put my hand flat on the desk to stop it shaking. Something behind the glass puts its hand flat on mine, palm to palm, through light that should not let touch through. I watch my own fingers from the wrong side. The reel chatters and reverses by itself, the numbers unspooling backward like a prayer said in a mirror. Control says again, read what you have, and the phone on the wall begins to ring inside the speaker, not in the room. I lift the receiver and hear my own breathing on both ends. Do not correct the numbers, my voice says. They are not for you. Who are they for, I ask, and the line clicks, and the tape says my question back to me with a tiny delay that smells like ozone. The delay answers by continuing, slow, certain, my name between groups like a metronome. The lights dim. In the window, the other me leans closer until his forehead fog blooms a circle on the glass. He mouths a number and I recognize it before it is spoken. It is the safe code in the hall. Inside that safe is a blue book labeled emergency. I have never opened it. The tape reads the code out loud and the latch in the hall pops. Air slides under the studio door like a tongue. The carrier tone wavers as if something big has stepped into the signal. I speak into the mic without meaning to, my throat a dry hinge. 027911 I say, and the numbers feel like gravel in my mouth. From the hall, paper turns, pages slap, a stool slides, footsteps do not sound like feet. Mara's voice climbs out of the monitor speaker so soft I do not breathe. You left me in a white room, she says, and the tape answers with coordinates. North, 56.3. West, 97.4. Elevation, 284. The digits match the graveyard on the hill where she put flowers in November and did not look at me while she did it. I say her name and the other me in the window turns his head. Finally, like a hinge has been oiled inside his skull. His mouth moves with mine, late, then early, then perfect. The tape sighs and begins to read me the day backwards. It gets all the small things right, the jammed elevator, the coffee stain, the near miss on the off-ramp where a truck drifted and I did not die. It ends at the station door opening at 11:58 and a figure stepping in that I do not remember letting in. The door behind me opens now with the same small hiss. I keep my eyes on the tape because the window is full of me and I do not want to see what stands where I should be. It lays a hand on my shoulder, light, tentative, like it is learning how to weigh me. My breath fogs the glass and the other breath fogs a second circle that overlaps mine like 2 moons. The tape says, reader, and waits, and I say ready, and feel how wrong that word is in my teeth. Control says proceed, broadcast, deliver, and the red light brightens until it is a wound. I read the next line the tape gives me, And it is not numbers but the sentence Mara said when she decided to sleep in the other room. Now my mouth is a wire and my throat is a spool and the booth is full of that soft phone click that happens before a stranger speaks. The stranger uses my voice. It reads me 3 more numbers and I understand they are seconds. It says where I am standing and what I am wearing and it says my heart and it tells it when to stop. The booth gets very quiet and the carrier turns to a thin silver line like a string pulled tight across a canyon. The voice that answers is Mara reading me alive.